Hi guys, another car vlog. Today is Thursday and boy has it been a sucky day. Nothing happened, just my emotions and my hormones, I guess. I've just been in a crappy mood and have snapped at everybody and almost feel ashamed. But you know, I know everybody's entitled to a bad day now and again. So what I have to do is decide how I'm going to handle it. Whether I'm going to let it eat at me or whether I'm going to let it go. I had to get away from my husband for a little while. It wasn't his fault. He's just a husband. He's just a man, you know. He doesn't know how to read my mind or anything like that. And sometimes I don't communicate to him, you know, all my issues and what I feel like I need help with. And then when I'm angry at him and he's clueless, totally clueless. So I thought I'd get on here and just kind of chit chat a little bit. I think sometimes just getting things out in the open and off your mind is probably the best thing that you can do. I'm driving along again, making my trips to Walmart. It's really inconvenient that we live so far from, you know, really a decent Walmart. There's a small, very small Walmart that's about 10 miles from where I live, but it has nothing, you know, and I really don't enjoy, I don't enjoy going there at all. Oops, I gotta move my hand, that's not working. Okay, better go over this side. So I'm driving to the bigger Walmart, and as I'm going through past the fields, y'all can't see it. I wish you could, but I'm gonna turn it. No, I'm not either. I was gonna pan it over so that you could see all the cotton. The cotton bolls are ripe and full, and it won't be long before it'll be cotton picking time. I see a lot of the farmers are getting their pickers out and their modules out, getting ready to pick cotton. And you know, I just think that's, ooh, that cotton is, they just defoliated it. I don't know if you know what that means or not, but cotton is a very strange crop. When you plant it and you wait for it to grow, and as it's growing, you know, you chop it. It's called chopping, but what they're basically doing is they're chopping the weeds, because the weeds can overtake your cotton plants. And as your cotton plants start growing out and getting really bushy and pretty, and the cotton gets just, oh, it's beautiful. It just looks like snow. They do what they call defoliating. And it's basically it's chemicals. They put chemicals on it, and the chemical, the defoliant, what it actually does is it stops the growth of the cotton, and the leaves start falling off, and then the bolls kind of open up a little bit, and then it's ready to be picked. And then, you know, used to they pick cotton and then they put it in big trailers, and then people would tromp the trailers down to make it, you know, smush it down, and then they take them to the gins. Well, now they pick cotton and they put it in a module, and a module is a thing. It's an automatic. It's almost like a box crusher, I guess you could say, but it crushes your cotton. And then most of the time they're big square bales of cotton, and they tarp them after they're squished, and then, you know, they pull them out. The module maker has like tracks on it, and it pulls out and it leaves the cotton bale on the field, and then the farmer puts a tarp on his cotton, and then he labels it with his numbers or whatever, and then the gin trucks come, and then they pick the cotton up from the field, and then they take it to the gin or across the river or wherever they're going to do with it. But those module trucks are big, long, square. They look like a big loaf of bread, and they also have tracks on them, and they get underneath the cotton bales and they roll the cotton on the trailer. And then, you know, like I said, they transport it wherever, and you see those running for a long time. But cotton crop, you know, I wasn't accustomed to a cotton crop because I really didn't have cotton where I lived. And really where I lived, there wasn't a whole lot of row crops. It was mostly farms, you know, the cattle, livestock type of situation. And I only lived 50 miles, let's say 50 miles south of where I grew up. But, you know, they have cotton here left and right. And so I really learned a lot about it. And we have grown cotton, you know, several times. We own a farm, and we what you call cash crop that farm, meaning we own the land and we have a farmer who farms it for us, and he gets basically, I'd say 60%, maybe more, of the income, and we get the rest. But we also have to pay a small portion of the seed, but mostly the fertilizer and the chemicals. But anyway, to make a long story short, that's just a little bit of extra revenue that we draw in. But we primarily raise corn, soybeans, cotton. We have raised wheat. It's real sandy where we live and kind of a little boggy, so we don't do rice on the farm that we own. For several years, my husband kind of, along with working a regular job, he oversaw farms for his mother when she was living, and she had farms in 3 or 4 different counties, and so they had different crops growing, and so that was part of what he did to help her, because she was elderly, of course, and he kind of oversaw that a little bit. So through the years, I've learned a little bit about farming. I sure don't know very much, but I have learned a lot about it. I just wanted to check in with you and tell you about my no good, stinky, bad day, and I'm feeling better. I'm glad I kind of had this chat with you guys. I feel much better about it all, and I hope that this turns out. It's kind of dark. It's about 6:30 at night, and the sun's going down. It's kind of pretty. It's very pretty out here. But if I could do it, I would pan around so y'all could see the cotton, but I don't think I can do it and drive. But I just wanted to check in and say hey, and thanks for listening. Hope y'all are doing well. Take care. Bye-bye.